the history of the Egyptian pyramids. Rising majestically from the sands of the Egyptian desert, the pyramids are some of the most iconic and mysterious structures in human history. For over 4,000 years, they have stood as symbols of power, eternity, and architectural brilliance. But how were they built? Who were they built for? And why do they continue to fascinate us even today? In this video, we'll take you on a journey through time to explore the history of the Egyptian pyramids, from their humble beginnings as simple tombs, to the grand monuments of Giza, and finally to their decline. This is the epic story of the pyramids of Egypt. Origins of the pyramids. The story of the pyramids begins long before the Great Pyramid of Giza. Ancient Egypt was a land obsessed with the afterlife. The Egyptians believed that death was not the end, but the beginning of a new journey. For a pharaoh, the king of Egypt, this journey was of cosmic importance. His body had to be preserved, his spirit guided, and his tomb made eternal. At first, rulers were buried in mastabas, flat-roofed, rectangular tombs made of mud brick. These early tombs were simple but symbolized the pharaoh's status. Over time, mastabas grew larger and more complex, hinting at the desire for something greater, something that would last forever. The breakthrough came around 2667 BCE with King Djoser of the Third Dynasty. His brilliant architect Imhotep had a revolutionary idea. Instead of building a single mastaba, why not stack them one on top of the other? The result was the step pyramid of Saqqara, the world's first pyramid. Rising 62 meters into the sky, it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Made of stone instead of mud brick, it was a monument meant to last for eternity. The step pyramid was more than just a tomb. It was a complex of courtyards, temples, and shrines designed to serve the pharaoh in the afterlife. Imhotep's design forever changed Egyptian architecture, setting the stage for the true pyramids that would follow. The age of the Great Pyramids. The real golden age of pyramid building began with the Fourth Dynasty, around 2600 BCE. This was a period of wealth, power, and ambition. Pharaohs commanded vast resources and labor forces, and they dreamed of monuments that would outlast the ages. Sneferu, the pharaoh of pyramids. The first great pyramid builder was Pharaoh Sneferu. Known as the king of innovation, Sneferu experimented with new designs. At Meidum, he began building a step pyramid but tried to convert it into a smooth-sided one. Unfortunately, it partially collapsed, but Sneferu did not give up. At Djoser, he ordered 2 more pyramids. The bent pyramid, which changed angle halfway up because the builders realized it might collapse. And the red pyramid, Egypt's first true smooth-sided pyramid. Standing 104 meters tall, it was a masterpiece and a direct ancestor of the pyramids at Giza. Sneferu's experiments paved the way for his successors. He proved that giant smooth-sided pyramids were possible. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, the most famous pyramid of all time, was built by Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops, Sneferu's son. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest pyramid ever constructed. Originally 146.6 meters, tall and covered with smooth white limestone casing stones. It would have shone brilliantly under the Egyptian sun. Today it stands 138 meters high, its outer casing long gone, but its core remains a wonder of the ancient world. Built from an estimated 2.3 million blocks of stone, some weighing as much as 15 tons, the pyramid has baffled historians and engineers for centuries. How did the Egyptians move and place such massive stones with no advanced machinery? Most scholars believe a system of ramps, levers, and manpower was used. At its peak, over 20,000 to 30,000 workers may have labored on the pyramid. Not slaves, but skilled workers, farmers, and laborers who worked during the Nile's flood season. Inside the pyramid lies a network of chambers and passageways, including the king's chamber, the queen's chamber, and the grand gallery. Yet, curiously, Khufu's mummy has never been found inside. Was it stolen or was it never placed there? The mystery remains unsolved. The Pyramid of Khafra and the Great Sphinx. Khufu's son, Khafra, built the second pyramid at Giza. Though slightly smaller than his father's, it appears taller because it was built on higher ground. Khafra's pyramid still retains some of its original casing stones near the top, giving us a glimpse of how dazzling these monuments once looked. Beside his pyramid lies one of the most iconic monuments in the world, the Great Sphinx of Giza. With the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, possibly Khafre himself, the Sphinx guards the plateau like a silent sentinel. Its purpose remains a mystery, perhaps a guardian of the tombs, perhaps a symbol of divine power. The Pyramid of Menkaure, the last of the three pyramids at Giza, was built by Pharaoh Menkaure, standing only 65 meters tall. It was much smaller than the pyramids of his predecessors. Still, it was richly decorated with granite and limestone, a final flourish of the age of Great Pyramids. Together, the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure form the Giza Plateau, the most famous archaeological site in the world, and one of the last surviving wonders of the ancient world. Later pyramids. After the great pharaohs of the Fourth Dynasty, pyramid building continued, but the monuments grew smaller and less impressive. During the Fifth Dynasty, pyramids like that of Pharaoh Unas were built at Saqqara. These pyramids were modest in size, but they contained something groundbreaking: the pyramid texts carved onto the walls. Soul in the afterlife. They are the oldest surviving religious texts in the world. By the Sixth Dynasty, pyramids had declined further. Pharaoh Pepi II, who ruled for over 90 years, built a pyramid so small and poorly constructed that it is now little more than rubble. The golden age of pyramid building was over. Why did pyramid building decline? One reason was cost. Building a pyramid required massive resources and labor. Another was security. Pyramids, despite their grandeur, were easy targets for tomb robbers. Almost every pyramid was looted in antiquity. By the Middle Kingdom, pharaohs still built pyramids, but they were made of mud brick cores with stone casing. These structures quickly crumbled, leaving only ruins. By the New Kingdom, pharaohs abandoned pyramids altogether. Instead, they built hidden rock-cut tombs in the Valley of the Kings, far from prying eyes. Here, famous rulers like Tutankhamun, Seti I, and Ramses II were laid to rest. Legacy and significance. Though pyramid building eventually ended, the legacy of these monuments lives on. The pyramids were more than tombs. They were statements of divine power. Each one was designed to link the pharaoh with the gods, especially the sun god Ra. Their triangular shape symbolized the rays of the sun, guiding the pharaoh's soul to the heavens. They were also feats of engineering and organization. Constructing a pyramid required not just stone, but careful planning, mathematics, and astronomy. The Great Pyramid, for example, is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Even today, the pyramids inspire awe. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. While the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria have vanished, Khufu's pyramid still stands, a timeless reminder of human ambition. The pyramids also remind us of the human side of ancient Egypt, the workers who carved stone blocks, the architects who designed impossible structures, and the pharaohs who dreamed of immortality. Today, millions visit Egypt to marvel at the pyramids. They remain symbols not just of Egypt's past, but of humanity's eternal quest to leave a mark on history. Conclusion. The Egyptian pyramids are more than just monuments of stone. They are the story of a civilization's belief in eternity, the ambition of its rulers, and the genius of its people. From Djoser's step pyramid at Saqqara, to Khufu's Great Pyramid at Giza, to the crumbling remains of later dynasties, each pyramid tells a story of power, faith, and legacy. Over 4,000 years later, they still capture our imagination. We may never know all their secrets, how exactly they were built, what treasures they once held, and why they continue to endure. But perhaps that is part of their magic. The pyramids are not just tombs of kings. They are eternal reminders of humanity's greatest dreams. And as long as they stand, the story of ancient Egypt will never be forgotten.